All right, guys. KingFanMan here. We are live. We're a little bit early, but I like being early instead of late. We are not at the King's Corner. We are at the King's Mother, I guess. Y'all are going to have to tell me how the internet is. I can already see it's bad laggy. We're on different internet. I know we're going to be darker because I don't have all my spotlights, but please tell me, okay, I can change internet. I brought my backup internet. So y'all just tell me how it is. I have a special guest with me, but I'm not going to introduce just yet. I want to make sure the internet is okay first. So y'all tell me how that is, and I want to tell everybody hello from the King's Mother. Hey, there's Mississippi Queen. Hey, Mississippi Queen. You're watching already. Mississippi Queen, how is the internet? How does it look? How does it sound? How is everything? Sounds fine. Picture is laggy, yes. Is it bad laggy? Do I need to change the internet? It's always laggy. This good old Arkansas internet is always laggy. And there goes the chat. Okay, not really. Good. I have a special guest. I told you we were going to have a special guest today. In fact, we're probably going to have two special guests. My special guests don't even know about the second special guest. So, without further ado, one of my favorite Patreons is on with us today. Vickon Stark is with us. As you know, I've been telling you, if you are a Patreon, you can be on a podcast with me, and she joins me today. Vic, how are you doing today?
Hey, KingFanMan. Hey, everybody. Vickon.
Now, can everybody hear Vic? That's the next thing I need to know. Can everybody hear Vic? Y'all tell me, and then we'll proceed from there. Yay, good. So tell us, how does it feel being on the KingCast? I'm so excited to have you here.
I am ready to have a lot of fun. And like we were talking about, earlier, I'm ready to get roasted.
No, this community ain't gonna roast you, surely.
Not yet. Not till the end of the podcast when they get to know me a little better and how goofy I really am.
Manos was already talking about getting his jokes ready. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk Fallout 76. There's Dom already on the podcast there. We've got, oh goodness, Vic, if you'll help me, Wolfman's not with us today, so if you'll help me read some of these comments, they go kind of fast. He's normally the one that answers the questions. As most of y'all know, I'm staying with my mother right now. She's not feeling very well, so I have been staying with her. So that's why it's kind of dark. That's why it's kind of a little bit more laggy. I don't have all my equipment. So y'all just bear with us today. As I said, we're at the King's Mother instead of the King's Corner. But we are going to talk Fallout 76. We're going to talk a little bit about what Vic likes to play. I want to hear a little bit about your gaming past and some of your gaming future as well, if you don't mind. We won't give everything away because me and you actually recorded a special Patreon podcast with the King today, didn't we?
Absolutely, we did.
And we can preview that just a little bit for everybody. Hopefully that will be on coming very, very soon. We talked a lot about your gaming past, and we gave away our age a little bit too, didn't we?
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, let's
go ahead. Look my age, especially my pictures.
Well, I don't either, right?
No, not at all. I thought you were like 25, 26.
Thank you. See, you lie so well. Let's you need to ask forgiveness right now. Let's jump right into Fallout 76. I know you're so excited because I've already asked you about Fallout 76, and you are a multiplayer because I know that about you already, and you're going to help me with multiplayer stuff. Tell me about your multiplayer past. What are some of the games you've played multiplayer, and why are you so excited about Fallout 76?
Okay, one thing I didn't say in the video, one of the games that I played multiplayer before, I have played multiplayer before, Assassin's Creed games. You go in there and you do a little, a few missions. I don't do a lot of PvP. And I know that's what a lot of people think, oh, multiplayer, this person likes to go PvP. I don't really like doing PvP. I like doing missions with friends and working as a group, working as a team. I love it. it's a lot of fun. So yeah, Assassin's Creed. I play Division. I go on there a few times a week. Like I said, I don't go into like the dark zone. I'm not one of those roguers. I sound like you can tell my age. Anyways, I don't go rogue in the dark zone. I don't go out there to kill people in survival PvP or anything like that. I do the survival PvE. I go into resistance. I do daily missions and things like that in the Division. That kind of stuff is the type of stuff that I like, that I look forward to.
You're not a Fortniter.
Not a Fortnite.
Yay! We don't have to talk about Fortnite today.
No, I don't want to.
We probably would. We probably wouldn't have anyway because I don't play Fortnite. But Fallout 76, I'm excited about Fallout 76 to get to play with people like you. And I know our whole community is talking about playing together in Fallout 76. And I cannot wait to go through West Virginia with people like you, exploring and banding together. And yes, I guess fighting off some of the people that are not going to be so nice in West Virginia. And we learned just this week that we're going to be able to build together. I just did a video on that we're going to be able to build some settlements together. That's pretty cool.
That is really neat.
Did you build any in Fallout 4?
Oh yeah, settlements?
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, so many. I love using all the different types of mods. Shout out to all those people that make those awesome mods.
Oh, yes.
That we can just build castles and forts and skyscrapers with. I mean, I have hours of fun with that kind of stuff. I love it.
And it appears these settlements that are going to be co-op or cooperation settlements are going to be bigger ones. You know, people were kind of worried that the camps looked a little smaller in Fallout 76, but I wonder how much bigger these cooperation settlements are going to be. That's kind of exciting to think about a group, maybe 3 or 4 people getting together and building a little, and I don't want to say city, but a little base together. That's exciting.
Yes, it is. I can only imagine. I lost sound. I can't hear anything you're saying now.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
You came back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
I am super excited about that. I mean, that really got me excited. Now, I've always liked the building stuff. I know it turned some people off in Fallout 4, but I always liked it. I really liked the building. I would get lost in the building. I would forget about the game for a while and start building.
Oh, definitely.
Me and the Wolfman would have competitions. We would go as far as the Red Rocket. I mean, that's how far we would get. And we would have a building competition at the Red Rocket, you know. So it's really exciting to me to think that we can team up and build. So that's really cool. Was there any of the other new news since we called this show The New Details? You know, we're going to be able to craft weapons, craft armor, craft ammo. That's cool. That reminds me of Skyrim. I loved that stuff from Skyrim. I wished, we were able to do. I loved all the new crafting in Fallout 4, but you weren't able to make the weapons. Now we're going to be able to do that in Fallout 76.
Right. I'm as a medic. I've always been like a medic, a healer. Even my job in the military, I was a combat medic.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I always think about, okay, I want to do the chems, I want to be the doctor, I want to be the medic, so I'm trying to think of, am I going to have to collect plants? Am I going to have to collect bandages? Am I going to, what am I going to need to do, if they let us, create stim packs and things like that, ammo, chems, be making all the jet for the addicts, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I love the crafting part of it. Again, I would get lost in that, but I thought that was a real gap in Fallout 4. I wondered why you couldn't make the weapons and why you couldn't make the armor, because you could in Skyrim and you couldn't in Fallout 4, but now you can in Fallout 76. So I think that's Great. If you're just joining us, we have a special guest here at the King's Corner today. We have Vickon Stark, a Patreon. So glad to have you. I'm so glad you agreed to join us here at the King's Corner on the KingsCast. And it is a special privilege to be a guest here. You either have to be like Dom was, a good Bethesda guy, YouTuber, or a Patreon, and you get to come on the KingsCast with the KingFanMan. And we are going to have other Patreons on here in the future as well. So again, so glad to have you. And I call you Vic. That's my name for you.
That's great. That's actually what my family calls me.
Oh, okay.
And my name is Victoria. It's not Vickon, everybody. Vickon Targaryen is obviously
from Game of Thrones, yes. but I won't call you Victoria. Do you not like that name?
I actually hate it.
Really, it's a beautiful name.
It is. I when I think about being called Victoria, I think about like my mom yelling at me.
Yeah.
Spanish. Yeah.
Yes. Like the middle name, like my mother always would call me the middle name. Yes.
Yes.
I do want to remind everyone also, if you have questions, please ask them in the chat. Either myself or Vic, we're watching the chat and we'll try to answer your questions. And by the way, if we miss, I was rewatching the KingsCast from last week, and I think it was Cameron asked one about 4 times, and I missed it somehow. And I'm sorry, Cameron. I think it was you. If we happen to miss your question, just keep asking it, because the chat goes in and out on this internet. So please forgive us. We're not ignoring you, I promise. So ask your questions. We're going to talk about Fallout 76, of course, since it's so close, but we will talk anything Bethesda, of course, since we're a Bethesda channel. But anything gaming is up for grabs on the King's Corner.
Monos is asking, anyone else remember a certain Fallout character also called Vic?
Vic. Oh.
I'm trying to think.
What game was it in?
Yeah, which
hey, Mr. Blitz. Brother, he asked what console I'm gonna be playing on. I play on PC, but I also have an Xbox as well. My wonderful wife, Mississippi Queen, bought me the Power Armor Edition. I cannot believe I got that. Thank the good Lord, it came right after tax time, so we had the money to do it. She got me, I think it was it for Father's Day? I think. Got me the Power Armor Edition, and then for my birthday, she got me the Tricentennial Edition for the Xbox. So, isn't that awesome? So I will be playing on both PC and on Xbox, to answer your question. Back to Vic, and I know this is going to be terrible to ask. And again, when you get on camera, you go blank. What was the guy's name from Fallout New Vegas, the sniper that was in the dinosaur? What was his name? Anybody?
Oh man, I don't remember.
And by the Boone, there you go. Thank you, Vault Girl.
Boone, yeah.
Yeah, Boone. Mississippi Queen says Boone too. I bet that came from Wolfman, because he loves him.
And Mono says the Vic character was from Fallout 2.
Fallout 2. Oh goodness, my mind.
That's before me, before my time.
Yeah, I have played Fallout 1 and 2, but as far as names go, I haven't learned it that well. So I cannot think of a Vic right off the top of my head. I do want to say about Vic that's on the show, I want to thank you so much for your service to our country. I don't want to pass that opportunity. You are.
I was doing my job, guys. I'm just doing my job.
You not only are a veteran, you are a disabled veteran, and I appreciate that so very much. I appreciate that more than you know. I appreciate the police and the veterans. Of course, being a former police officer, I have those that protect people and give themselves, put themselves in harm's way, very high up on my list. Yes, she is a hero.
The same way. Thank you for serving in the police department.
Well, thank you very much. Mississippi Queen says you are a hero, and you are. Absolutely.
Oh, don't start that. No. I was just doing my job. Happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm retired now, and I am the biggest gamer ever. And I can't wait for 76 to come out.
World Breaker, you might have to type that again. Your message just went crazy, and it held it for review, but it held it for review because it's crazy. So whatever that was, try typing it again.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it just stays on my end because it holds it. Sometimes it'll hold it for review if somebody's cussing real bad or something like that.
Right.
But it just something messed up in the translation there. If you guys have questions or anything, if you have questions for Vic or questions for me, questions about Fallout 76, whatever you want to talk about, the shows is yours and Vic's today. So whatever you would like to talk about. This chair is not near as comfortable as mine in the King's Corner. So if I'm scooting around, it's either my lupus or this chair. A little bit, I want to preview a little bit of what we talked about, Vic, earlier, just a little bit from your past. You have a rich gaming history, kind of like I do. And you, kind of like me, use video games today for much the same reason, for pain and for, I don't want to call it escapism, but it kind of is to help with anxiety and to help just coping. Can you just talk about that just a little bit? You don't have to get deep into it, but video games can be a wonderful therapy.
They are very wonderful therapy. I do. I mean, I have, what happened to me in Iraq, I mean, I was injured pretty bad. I was retired out of the military for it, but I don't have any recollection of the event. I just kind of woke up in the hospital after it all happened. Thankfully, still in one piece. But with some injuries, traumatic brain injury and stuff. So, sometimes just being out there, not necessarily getting injured, you come home with stuff that haunts you. So yeah, you want to escape a little bit, you want to get away, and I don't like being drugged up. I don't think a lot of people do, not really, unless we have to, unless the doctor says, hey, you got to take this stuff. My therapy, my drug is, getting on the PlayStation, getting on the Xbox, whatever I've got in front of me, and just playing my heart out. And yeah, the role-playing games, I mean, you're emotional, you get into the battle, you get into the heat of it, you start falling in love with your player, you start falling in love with the NPCs that are falling in love with your player, stuff like that. Just shout out to Shepard and
Absolutely.
Mass Effect. So, yeah, I mean, I love it. You get lost in it. I love getting lost in Fallout, any Fallout game.
Very quick.
Even with dog meat, I mean, you start loving the dog.
Oh, absolutely. Very quick. If you'll look, before I lose it, Stony Stone says I was in a fire where I saved somebody's life, and it says he literally died several times trying to within that fire, and he uses video games much for the same. The next one, he says, I got home, video games helped me escape, to help my depression, help me with nerve damage, and a lot more things, get my mind off the pain in the real world, which is exactly what I have used it for with lupus. The video games have done more than most of the medication that I've been on as well. And of course, he says thank you for serving as well. Snake Eyes back there. James also says he plays video games for mental stability. So this would be a good subject for a whole show. I'm telling you, it works more than people realize. And in fact, I had a doctor prescribe video games for me. So Timmy says it helps him with RA. So yes. Snake Eyes.
Anything that's hurting, anything that's ailing. And yes, you lose yourself in those Bethesda games, in those worlds. And it's not losing reality or anything like that, but it's just escaping for a little bit. And that's great therapy.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And it's true. Bethesda games are probably, in my opinion, they are the absolute best ones to do that, because there is nothing that encompasses you or engrosses you or immerses you like a Bethesda game. I haven't found it anyway.
I agree.
Mhm.
You have so many things to do in Elder Scrolls games and Fallout games. Even, you know, I was playing Wolfenstein 2 the other day, and I still haven't done. I've completed the game, but I still haven't done all the DLCs. I still haven't done all those little arcade games, everything. I still have to do all of that. I mean, you've got so much stuff to do.
Mhm.
And like I said, you love being those characters.
Yes.
You love playing those characters.
I don't mean to get everybody down, but when I was so sick, and I mean so sick, could not get out of bed and could barely move, there were days where there was no way I could play a game like and go fight or, you know, go through the dungeons and do things like that. I would literally play for hours in Skyrim decorating my house. That's all I would do, because I could barely move. You know, I would sit there with the controller, but I would be totally escaped in this other place, moving around my house, where in real life I'm sitting here, cannot move out of bed. But, you know, in the video game, I'm building a house, decorating a house. So it gave me something to do, somewhere to go. And it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really easy. I guess the games are so immersive. It becomes what do you call it? Personal.
Yes.
You know, you have to go and get revenge for whatever, or you have to go and, you know, and you can feel it. You can feel your character's passion. I do. I
Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Vic, are you still here? Oh, I lost Vic.
Oh, no.
No. Well, Dom's with us, but I lost Vic.
Yeah,
I need.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't. Oh my God.
That's okay. No, it was my fault. I hit the wrong button. I need to do multiple calls. I'm bad.
Oh my God.
I'm different.
You guys were talking about some real, like,
Something
stuff.
good, and
Sorry.
Dom hung up on Vic. Look at that. Hey, Vic.
I didn't.
Hey, Vic, can you call back?
Oh my God.
Hey, Dom, how are you doing?
Sorry, I'm so
See, look,
sorry.
Vic says it's Dom's fault. No, it was my fault. I was trying to do it quick.
Another Bethesda phone call.
Yes. Let me see if I can figure it out when.
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay, let me see. How do I do it to do a multiple call? Answering this call will place your active call on hold.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys, does anybody know how to do? Maybe both of y'all have to hang up, and I have to do them.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, right. 1 second.
Okay, are you there, Vic?
I am here.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna have to do is hang up with you and do a multiple call to both of y'all.
Got it.
Okay, so I'll call you right back.
Okay.
Okay, y'all are sticking with me, right? Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Well, this is live podcast, isn't it? This is nice. I wish there was somebody here that knew about Skype. Okay. Oh, how do I do a multiple call? Mississippi Queen, where are you when I need you? Where are you? Okay, yes. And yes. Done. I'm getting there. Thank y'all for bearing with me.
Hello.
There's Dom.
Hello.
And there's Vic. Yay!
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Now,
It would be me, wouldn't it?
now can
Sorry.
can everybody hear Dom and Vic? Sorry about that, y'all. It was all my fault. Do you?
It's Dom's fault.
Yeah, probably. Sorry.
Vic,
Damn it.
Vic, this is your surprise. Dom called in.
Yay, everybody. I love Dom. Everybody knows I
Oh,
love
God.
Dom.
That's an awful surprise. That's awful. It's like, we got Todd Howard, everyone. We got Todd Howard on the podcast. No, it's just me. I'm only joking. Hi, how are you?
Snake Eyes asked, "Where's Wolfman?" Wolfman was working today, and he's not feeling very well, but he is listening to the podcast, and
Here, honey.
and I believe he might call in just a little bit. So,
That'd be cool, yeah.
yeah, hopefully after he rests up and maybe takes a shower from work, maybe he'll call in before the podcast is over with. Somebody asked me about Manos. Was you asking me what I have? I have lupus. It is an autoimmune disease. I have lupus and fibromyalgia. What it actually is, and I can say this real quick, it is your immune system attacking your body. So your immune system is supposed to attack sicknesses, ailments, diseases, whatever. It's when your immune system goes crazy and it starts attacking your body. It will attack organs in your body. It will attack your skin. It will attack everything. So lupus can actually do anything. It can make you hurt. It can make rashes break out. It can shut down organs in your body. It can literally do anything.
Yeah, my mom has mild, I don't know, lupus. And one day we didn't know. Her face, one side started drooping, and I, being a medic, see this, and I'm thinking she's having a stroke. So we take her to the emergency room, and they were like, "Well, there's good news and bad news," and part of it was lupus. And I'm not sure how that works. I don't know why it was just doing that. But yeah, it was scary. It was weird, confusing.
Well, I had a doctor tell me I was having stomach issues, and they were looking for this, looking for that, and I finally asked him. I said, "Well, could it be my lupus?" And he said, "Lupus can do anything." So my kidneys are they're not shutting down, but they're damaging. I mean, it can do anything. It's just attacking me all over. So, yeah.
Well, we're going to keep praying for you that everything turns out right. And just gets the heck out of there.
Thank you so much. And y'all would not believe the difference that I am today to where I was just a year ago. A year ago. Well, I mean, this year I have been, my word, I've been to Michigan. I've been to Dallas. I haven't even told anybody, but I believe it's week after next, I'm going to Mexico. Yeah. I'm going to preach a revival for a whole week in Mexico. So I couldn't have even thought about doing that a year ago. I was at home. That's all I did. So.
And you went to DC, I think I remember.
Yeah, I went to Washington, D.C. too. I've been everywhere. Thank you so much, brother, for the prayers. I appreciate that. So didn't mean to bring y'all down, but back to the subject, video games did so much for me. And obviously they've touched a lot of us that way. That they can help you a lot more than a lot of those chemicals we try to put in our bodies sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at one point in time, I was on 15 different medications. It's horrible.
Yes.
It's horrible.
And like you were telling me today, one medication is just for a side effect of another medication.
Exactly.
Yep. Snake Eyes was asking back to Fallout 76. He was asking what is different between Fallout 4 crafting and Fallout 76. I was talking to some of the guys there at QuakeCon about the crafting system, and they said there's a lot more crafting in Fallout 76 than there was in Fallout 4. And of course, we just learned this week that, again, we're going to get to craft weapons, we're going to get to craft armor, we're going to get to craft ammo, which is all new from Fallout 4. We couldn't do that in Fallout 4. But evidently there's going to be, like I said, a lot more things in the crafting area than there was in Fallout 4. So as much as Fallout 4 expanded on the crafting, Fallout 3 didn't have that much crafting really at all. And I love the crafting aspect. So Fallout 76 is just going crazy with it, and I'm really glad.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking about all kinds of different ways, maybe to mod up some armor. So, you get shot and you need, a stim pack or something, you automatically heals you. I think was there something like that we could make in Fallout 4, a mod that you could put on your power armor that did that?
Yeah, I think there was, yeah.
For the rads?
Yes. Thank you, Snake Eyes, for the prayers. I appreciate the prayers more than you know. You keep on praying. You talk to the good Lord, because he's the only thing that can help. Absolutely. Pete Hines also
so sweet.
confirmed my subscribers are the best in the whole world.
Absolutely.
Pete Hines also confirmed NPC traders on Twitter. Yes.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. There is from one of the clips that was shown at the QuakeCon deal. There's a sign on top of the church. In fact, Vault Girl pointed it out to Dashing Dave. I dropped his name again. He always loves when I drop his name. It's a sign for a vendor, and there are vendors throughout the world of Fallout 76. I don't know if they're robots. I don't know what they are. We haven't been told, but there are stores of some kind that we get to go buy, that we get to go sell and buy at. So that's very good news.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I feel like
they're just going to be spread out in I guess. I mean, are there going to be like okay, we had your settlements like Fallout 3, for example. You've got Megaton over here. You've got what's the Brotherhood thing? Orion.
The Pentagon, yeah.
And okay, so let's say if we have those there, different settlements with like a NPC trader in each one, spread out throughout the map. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to fast travel. I know they said it was going to cost caps, unless you were going back to Vault 76. It was going to take a few caps to get from one spot to another. I'm thinking those maybe are some type of settlement, those fast travel points.
Yes.
Anyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bueller?
Yes, you are correct. And if you remember, shameless plug, I did a video on the confirmed places on the map. There are several cities and towns in each of the 6 districts that have already been confirmed. Each of the districts, and I was surprised, has like 4 or 5 towns in it, which that really shocked me. Now, I don't know how big they are, but that's really great for me, because I thought that was the one thing that Fallout 4 lacked in. There was not enough towns or settlements. And I know they wanted you to build up Boston, but I really missed it not having the little towns. Really all it had was Diamond City and Good Neighbor. That was really it.
Yeah.
But Fallout 76, if you can go back, if y'all want to go back and watch that video of mine. It has
Cameron was asking, what's our favorite perk card so far?
Oh goodness, there's so many.
Anything medical. I mean, I'm real easy to figure out.
I'm
going to be the healer. I'm going to try my best to do something like that.
I think there's 65 confirmed perk cards already. I know there's, they've said there's hundreds, but I think there's 65 that have been confirmed that we can see what they are.
Anything with mutations for me, that's what I'm really looking forward to diving into, mutations and stuff, just to see what kind of advantages they give. And kind of, some of them will have physical appearances.
Yeah.
So, like, will that, will you turn into? I doubt you will actually turn into like a kangaroo-looking thing, like in the trailer. But it's to hint the fact that you are gonna, there could be some things that may look different on your character with these mutations. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Is those kind of things. I haven't really looked at any other ones. Yeah.
Mono says the reduced weight cards, and I really hate being complumbered. That's what I call it, complumbered.
Complumbered.
It's easier for me.
Now I'm going to say that. From now on, I'm going to say that.
Yeah, for sure.
My favorite word from Fallout, complumbered.
What about you, Kay?
James, you say that every time. He says Mass Effect Andromeda is his favorite. I know
Andromeda.
Yeah, we have never commented on that, but I have to say I have seen that comment almost every time, so I have to say something this time. James, what are you talking about? Come on, man.
Starting me. Don't start me, James.
Triggered over it.
But I do have to say, I've never played it. All I have done is heard everybody else, so I cannot say anything about it.
Yeah, I gotta hurry up and send you that pack of all three.
Yeah, all
three Mass Effects that matter.
I'm gonna stop playing Mass Effect 3 because I just started, so I'm gonna stop and start with 1.
Nice.
Dom, you still haven't played them, right?
What, a Mass Effect?
Right.
I played the first and the second one.
Okay, I thought it was you that hadn't played them.
Yeah.
There was somebody telling me they hadn't played them. I thought.
I haven't played Andromeda. I didn't bother.
Yeah, Andromeda is very pretty. The effects, the visuals, beautiful.
Yeah.
And especially, I got that 4K Ultra HD TV going on, the 65 inch. So I'm like loving. I'm sucking that up.
4K club.
Oh yeah, baby.
Brother, I've started them. I'm going to play them. Vic set me up. I'm going to start with Mass Effect 1 and I'm going to go through them. The only problem is it was like me and Vic were talking about. I am so far behind. There are so many good games coming out. I need to play the Prey DLC. I'm behind on that. Of course, Fallout 76 is about to be here. Rage 2 is coming out in the spring. I mean, Wolfenstein's coming out this coming summer. When am I going to have time to play all these things and review them and have time to do videos? I have no idea. I still want to play Far Cry 5, and I have no idea when I'm going to do that.
That's good.
I like Far Cry 5, I really do. And then you have your little what are they called, arcade things? Oh, that's so fun.
Y'all don't tell me that. I've been wanting to play it since it came out, and I haven't even had time to even think about it. I keep saying I'm gonna wait until it goes on sale.
Multiplayer, doesn't it?
Yeah, some of them do. Yeah, actually, well, the whole thing's co-op technically because they built it around co-op this time round. But it actually works.
To play with me, though.
Wait a minute. We've got breaking news. Yes, Mississippi Queen just said the KingFanMan t-shirts are finished.
Nice.
So, and right off the top of my head, I can't forget, but the ones that won them way back at E3 finally get their prize. So that's good news.
Nice. Congrats, guys.
Yes. So she will be sending me a picture soon, and hopefully I can.
All right. Well, I wear medium.
I will be showing you guys a picture of the KingFanMan t-shirts, and the Patreons will get a chance for the t-shirt first, of course.
Nice.
Yes.
I'll be getting one of those.
Y'all can sport your KingFanMan swag all you want.
Yeah, over in the UK. Yeah.
Oh gosh, sorry, my dogs. Hey guys, come
No, that's all right.
That's all right.
That's all right. So, Dom, what you been up to lately? How's things going in the UK?
Yeah, it's been fine. Just thinking of 1,000 videos I don't have time to make.
Boy, yes.
sorry.
One thing I will say is I've been enjoying the spooky, scary locations. As I
Oh, thank you.
No, it's good. It's a good watch. I am enjoying them. Yeah. I am planning on making a video tomorrow, so I will have something out tomorrow. I started a new job, so I've been working, so I got a day off tomorrow, so I'll be making a video.
Congratulations on the job, by the way. That's wonderful.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, it's been stressful last month.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you got that. That is wonderful. And thank you about the locations. I'm enjoying making those.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more work involved in that kind of video, and you know what I mean, putting the pictures in the video. It takes me, goodness.
It's a longer edit.
It's
those kind of videos.
It's an all day deal almost. But so I think it was Vault Girl asked me when I'm going to make the part 2 of the Bethesda beginnings. I don't know if you watched that video. It goes all the way back to Bethesda's very first games. And that was actually a video that I started working on at like 5:30 in the morning and didn't end until almost midnight that night. And I kind of laughed when she asked, when you gonna make the next one? I was like, I only got like 200 views on it. And it's like, oh man, that one killed me.
Yeah.
I love the video because I mean, it's cool and I learned a lot. It's neat, but boy.
I guess.
Bye, Cameron. Come back if you can.
Bye, Cameron.
Bye, Cameron. The thing is about doing those videos is, it makes you more excited to finally play the game because you're learning and doing the research on the locations. You're just there like, okay, I'm talking about it enough now that I'm invested. I want to be there now. I want to go explore them in the game. And I think that's what's really cool about that channel that actually lives in West Virginia, that our Funhouse.
Yes.
So, and even when I watched the first video and you obviously shouted them out for using the footage and stuff.
Yes.
I did watch a few and I was like, oh, I wish I could do that myself. That would be so cool.
Yes.
That would be amazing to go to those locations and just film and stuff. I'd be like, I'm invested.
Yeah, that was so nice of them to let me use their footage, and they've gone to 9 places so far, and they're going to go to more. And I've also talked to another guy that lives in West Virginia that's going to let me use some footage as well. That's doing the same thing. So, yeah, it's. I'm jealous of those people, but you can hear the excitement in their voice. Those people that live in West Virginia, and I can't imagine if they would come to Arkansas and make a Fallout. I would be so excited, so excited. Vic, we didn't lose you, did we?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm here. I was getting this out. I was going to ask you.
Yes.
You didn't pick which thing for my Fallout crate you wanted. Which item?
I know. I did that on purpose. I feel bad. You don't have to give me anything.
Hey, what Fallout crate? Just Dom UK. No, I do want to set up a PO box at some point. I just don't know how. Yeah.
You don't know how?
Well, it sounds stupid, but I think you have to pay over here.
You have to pay extra to get a loot crate sent to you?
No, like a PO box thing.
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah. I'll sort that out at some point. But yeah, sorry.
Thanks, Manos and Vault Girl. I appreciate y'all's encouragement, and y'all do encourage me. Y'all keep it coming. And brother, stay away from Dom's channel. It's awful. Do not go check him out. Don't go check him out. No.
When I hear about Starfield and get excited.
He says he's going to go check out Dom's channel after the podcast, and I said, no, don't go check it out.
yeah, check out Just Dom Show for Starfield.
Yes.
If you watch a Starfield video, I'll send you stuff. No, I'm joking. I don't have that power.
He'll tell you exactly when it's coming out.
Yeah, exactly. I got DMs with Todd Howard. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But no, yeah, that'd be cool. No worries. Vic, have you ordered 76 yet?
Yes, I have. I think I pre-ordered it the day that the pre-order came out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
I had to do it. I could, so I did.
Mm.
And a lot of people don't have that luxury of being a retired military and getting the kind of tax cuts and paychecks that we do. But since I love gaming so much, that's one of my priorities.
Yeah.
Right now. I think I've earned that right to have it a priority.
Yeah. I said this to Joe because I'm spending quite a lot on 76, and Joe was like, "Whoa, that's a lot of money." I think the thing is, I kind of ruined myself because over here, normally if you get like a collector's edition or something after E3, you can put a deposit down for the like Power Armor edition like this time around. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And like, this is halfway through the month, and it's a few weeks until I get paid. And then, but I was like, I've got enough to just put a deposit down for it. And then I went to the game store here, and I was like, oh, how much is it to put a deposit down for the Power Armor edition? And they were like, no, they're asking for the whole lot this time around. And I was like, no. So I was like, damn it. And I just had to like hope that in a few weeks when I did get paid and I went back and I was like, please tell me they still have Power Armor editions. And they were like, no, they're gone. I was like,
yeah, I missed out on mine. I was a little bit late for that one.
Can y'all see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look it. That's awesome. I love it.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, I can't see anything.
It's the kid t-shirt.
Wait.
Well,
Mississippi Queen's wearing it.
there's a glare on it. There it is.
Who's that pretty lady?
Y'all pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, nice. Oh, no, that's a cool t-shirt.
Yeah. And the back's gonna have the fan boy with the boy scratched out and man.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I really like it. Nice.
That's cool. Yay.
But I know KingFanMan over here has the Power Armor edition. Yeah.
My wife is so wonderful. Yes, she got me the. Thank you, Grant. Where have you been, Grant? Have you been on just trolling and not saying anything?
Silently watching. He's got to sneak up to like.
James has been asking about a lot of questions about Starfield.
Hey, Arnie.
The engine.
Who? James?
Yes.
What did he ask about the engine? My chat went out a couple of times.
I want Starfield to be similar
to Mass Effect.
You do. I mean, in a way. I mean, not similar, but you want that great, compelling story that pulls you in. You want that shepherd type character that keeps you locked into those games and wanting more. Yes, that kind of ish. Yes.
I don't think Starfield will be in the Fallout franchise. He asked that. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a whole new thing.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a completely different animal.
You know, I think
that's what's exciting.
I think there will be Easter eggs. You know, just like they've had. But
yeah, they love it. They love the Easter eggs and nods to game. I mean, the thing is, once Starfield comes out, we're probably going to go back to Fallout 4 and maybe 76 and find a ton of references towards Starfield in some way.
Oh, they love doing that. You know.
Yeah, they love doing that. This game Todd Howard worked on. Was it Daggerfall? I think it was Daggerfall. There's a hint towards Morrowind and Oblivion, and those games are like easily 10 years apart from that, or like at least Oblivion was. And they love doing that. They love putting hints and stuff like that. There's one I keep coming across in Fallout 4 where one of the doctors, I can't remember the quest, but it's in the asylum. And he keeps talking about alien civilization underneath the Mojave Desert. Or like an alien, his father went out to find an alien civilization. So I'm like, is that linked?
Oh.
I keep finding it. But I'm like, it's probably nothing. But
they love
to do that.
In Fallout 76, we know there's one space station that's crashed, but I believe there may be two because, I brought out in that video I just put out that one of the space stations, it appears, is going to be in the Cranberry Bog, but it looks like there's another one up at the top of the map as well. So there's going to be some space things in Fallout 76. So I wonder if the Zetans are going to make a appearance. And remember that the Vault Tech guy that was inspecting the construction of Vault 76 was abducted by the Zetans. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
So, so there's a lot of connections to space and Fallout 76.
Yeah.
The Zetans have to either at least be mentioned.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
In Starfield.
Absolutely.
They may not be around. We may not see them or anything like that, but maybe like a crashed spaceship on a moon somewhere or something. Some kind of nod.
Oh, Jake just mentioned something very interesting. He said, I'm interested to see if there's a relation between the Flatwoods monster and the Zetans. Now that's a very interesting idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, because the Flatwoods monster is portrayed as an otherworldly being.
Yes.
So yeah, there probably will be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, this Fallout, they're all going to intertwine.
Yeah, and that goes back to your horror and your sci-fi and just kind of meshing it in together into the game, and that's what excites me too. Is having I'm like totally big with the horror and the sci-fi. So something like Alien, Monos, yes, like that would just be awesome. But 76, it's going to have that too, not just Starfield.
Yeah.
I hate to change the subject. They're asking about the Rage 2 engine. I believe it's using Avalanche's engine. I'm almost sure.
Oh, no.
Is that right, Dom?
Yeah, I think you're right on that one, actually.
Yeah, for the open world and vehicles, I'm almost sure it's using Avalanche's engine.
Yeah. Which you've also gotten to play.
Yes.
I'm not bitter at all.
Got to meet Todd Howard and play Rage in the same day. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good day.
I have an extra Xbox One, Dom, but I don't think the American ones will work over there, will they?
Oh, no, thanks. No, they don't, I think. No.
If y'all don't mind, and I know you've seen my review, I've got to say, just talking to you about Rage for a minute, that game is going to be amazing. I don't know what y'all thought about the first Rage. I know it's a different kind of game than Fallout. Not all the objects are, you can't interact with all the objects. So obviously it's a different kind of game than Fallout. It's more of a first person type shooter than a total RPG, but it mixes the first person and RPG so well. It's so smooth. Y'all are going to fall in love with it. It's amazing.
Did it feel good when you were playing it? Like, was it smooth? And
it is so smooth. It felt it felt very Doomy smooth, of course, being an id game. But that was the way the shooting mechanics felt. But those powers that it gives you, you're gonna love those. Where you can jump up and slam the ground, and
it looks like so much fun.
It is, but you're also going to find that those are absolutely necessary because, as I said in the review, there are so many enemies and very tough enemies. I don't know what difficulty they had me playing on, but and I really don't know what level I was on either, but it was tough. I mean, it was wherever they had me, it was tough. It's going to be a tough game. It's a challenge.
I think that's what they're going for. It's like they're trying to sell this whole idea of like chaos and anarchy.
Yeah.
So they're going to throw a ton of enemies at you, and you're one man with a gun and go for it. And it's meant to be that kind of feel.
Yeah, you have to have that overwhelmed feeling the first time you jump in there, but that's the exciting part. That's what gets your blood going.
And that was it. That several times you would run into a room, and I mean, it would be like 30-1. You'd be outnumbered, and you'd go, "Oh me, what do I do now?"
30?
Yeah, 30. Yes. And then you would think, "Oh, I have powers. I got to use them powers real quick, because if you don't, you're going to die."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you really got to think quick on your feet. But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish I could have been there, guys. I wanted to go so bad. It just didn't work out that way.
Joking Juggernaut talks about the Mothman, and from the very beginning, the Mothman has been my very favorite. In fact, of course, I knew about the Mothman before this game, and I'm still so jealous of the guy's shirt in the documentary that said Mothman on it. I still want that shirt. I'm gonna have to find me a shirt like that.
Yeah, Joking Juggernaut wants to box with me, talking trash about Mass Effect. 76, about 76.
76. Involved 76. Why did I do that? I thought a really good question, and it's gone now.
Oh, sorry. It's my fault.
No, that's all right. No, it's my fault doing Ron Perlman. I don't know. I had a question. KingFanMan, you can take it. You can take it from me. We'll fall out quick.
Arnie did say that he's too old and slow for the rage action, and I understand that. I am a slow guy. I'm a creeper. As Wolfman says, I love to crouch everywhere I go. But you can play Rage that way, believe it or not. It's built to go 90 miles an hour like Doom, but you can play it as a sniper. That's why you can play it like an RPG, because there's certain powers that you can choose instead of those running and gunning powers. You can choose certain powers that are the sniper type abilities, so you can stay back. Yeah, and
stealth shooter.
Exactly. So even though you're still outnumbered, you can do it from a distance. So that's why I say the game is just really gonna. I mean, they've thought it out so well. And I didn't even get to drive the cars, and that's that looks amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I love getting into cars, getting into vehicles.
Yes.
And just tearing it up.
And there's tanks, there's diesels, there's a hovercraft, there's a helicopter. I mean, there's everything.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
Yep.
Now, in that first, just to go slightly off topic, but
yes,
on that first spooky scary's location, as I would call it,
the Moundsville State Penitentiary.
That's the one. The one. Now, what do you feel like is going to be inside that penitentiary? Like, I'm really intrigued to find out. Is there going to be certain items? Is it going to be like, as you said, is it going to be haunted, or what are your thoughts on what could be inside there?
There's so many ways that they could go with these, and Vault Girl had a really neat idea about the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. The Dunwich stuff that Bethesda does, the Dunwich, and I just went blank. But
sorry, I know what you mean.
Okay, thank you. She thought that would be a perfect place to do the next chapter of that. And in fact, if you'll if you'll go look in my comments on that, she kind of goes into it a little bit, and I told her she needs to be a writer at Bethesda, because she really did a good job on that. But I really think the Trans-Allegheny will be the haunted one, if there's going to be a haunted one by Bethesda, because as I said in the video, everybody says that place is haunted. I mean, if there's any such thing as a haunted house, that's a haunted house. Moundsville, I believe it will be more of probably ghouls maybe in Moundsville. Now, I mean, that's kind of a haunted type thing. And I mentioned a Moundsville monster. That's probably not what it's going to be called, but I think there's going to be some kind of boss monster in there.
Yeah, there has to be.
That's a surprise. That's a surprise that's waiting on us.
Kind of like Swan.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And I remember the first time I come across that. That was so cool.
Yeah. That wet my pants.
And I just called it the Moundsville Monster, but I forget, and I went blank, and I left it out of my video because I was going to do some more research on it. I forget if it's Trans-Allegheny or Moundsville. One of those places Charles Manson was actually in.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and right now on camera I can't remember, but it was one of those places he was actually locked up in for a while. So.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought, because do you think some of the creatures that we've seen already have like mutations themselves? Like in Fallout 4, you had different varieties of enemies. So like, well, not just Fallout 4, but like say a ghoul had a glowing one, a putrid one, and stuff like that. And obviously, we said with Swan, these different type of super mutant. Then you have behemoths, legendary deathclaws. Do you think we're going to be seeing that with, like, say,
I definitely do with some of them. The Snallygaster, there's going to be glowing Snallygasters and those.
Yeah.
But like the Wendigo, I believe there's going to be more than one Wendigos. Now some of them, I believe they're probably only some of them they'll just be one. Oh, don't leave us, Manos.
Manos leaving.
Yeah.
Bye.
Some of them they'll only be one. I believe, Mothman, they'll just be one. Probably the Grafton monster, just one. Probably Flatwoods monsters, just one. Some of the most famous ones, they'll just be one. But like the Wendigo and the Snallygaster, those kinds, I believe there will be multiple kinds. But West Virginia is so rich in the superstitious lore, but it's also rich in historic things as well. I don't know, just silly things, and I don't mean silly, but I don't know if y'all watched the video I did on the radio stations. Did you realize that Hank Williams, and I'm talking about the original Hank Williams, the king of country music, he actually died in West Virginia?
Oh, no.
Yeah. And they've actually got a memorial set up in one of the towns there in West Virginia.
Oh, right.
So, in that Allegheny radio station, isn't that what? Not is it? No, Appalachian radio station. I'm sure there's going to be something about Hank Williams. I mean, it's got to be, or something in that town about Hank Williams.
He's probably, if that is the case, he's probably going to be in the game soundtrack itself.
Has to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I can't wait to find out what songs are on there as well. Yeah.
Mississippi Queen is saying, KingFanMan, did you see the black one?
I'm looking.
Oh, okay. I'm wondering if we're talking about a t-shirt.
Ooh, that is pretty.
Some swag.
Oh.
Can you see it? It's kind of blurry.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's looking pretty cool. I really like it.
Nice. Me like it.
I want to see the back.
Get your t-shirts now.
Yes. The KingFanMan.
I think there might be more than one Grafton monster. They have already showed him in 2 separate locations.
That's true. He's at Moundsville. He's the one right at Moundsville. That's true. That is true.
Yeah. I feel like there are going to be bosses in certain areas because it is an online game. Oh, and I did think this. for the people that are want to play it single player, I feel like it's going to be harder for them because these enemies are now designed to take on multiple people.
Yes.
You know, so these
Yeah, you
enemies
either gotta
are going to be
level up
harder.
really high,
Mm.
or find a buddy, at least one.
Mm-hmm.
And Vic's always available.
Hey, everyone at Vic.
So they are going to be.
Yeah, you are on PlayStation, aren't you? Yeah.
I have a PlayStation 4.
No, she's going to be an Xbox.
For Dom, I am pretty sure I will be playing on the Xbox.
Yay! Yay!
Boo for PS4. Boo for them not being team players.
Yeah, I know.
She's going to be a Mountaineer. And by the way, we're going to have these shirts also with a white crown, so it matches the KingFanMan too. But that is the exact logo.
Nice.
Yep.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Yep. So if you won a KingFanMan shirt from E3, you will be getting it in the mail soon.
Nice.
Sorry it took until September, but we got them now. Yeah. It wasn't all our fault.
Just before 76, it'll be fine.
That's right. Yeah, we did get it in time for 76.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like with your hoodie that I'm sending you, your Vault 111.
Oh, that's so awesome! Yes,
Slightly used.
Hey,
very comfortable.
Doesn't matter to me.
Nice.
Doesn't matter to me. That's awesome. And put it in a package, and I'll do it on my unboxing tape on the next one.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
There'll be a couple of knickknacks in there, and
hopefully,
and then, of course, your trilogy for the Mass Effect.
Hopefully, we'll be breaking 700, and we can do an unboxing soon.
Yay!
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep. Somebody was talking about getting to 1,000 by the time 76 comes out. I don't think we'll get there by that time. Maybe Christmas. That's my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know, man. It does just take off. Like, 1 month you can just grow ridiculously, and you're like, where did that come from?
I know. Sometimes it falls, and sometimes it just goes like crazy.
Mm.
I haven't had one of those crazy moments in a while, though.
Mm.
Manos, you lied. You're still here. What are you doing here?
I think he was saying bye to brother.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, good. I didn't.
We thought he was saying bye, brother.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
I got
brother.
you. I got you.
Yeah, Grant. I'm in the same boat.
So
I
have a question for everybody. Since most of us here are Fallout 76 ready to go, obviously, since that's what we're talking about. When Fallout 76 comes out in October, since most of us are going to be playing the beta. By the way, do you say beta or beta, Dom?
Beta.
Okay, good. I was listening. I was listening to who was it? Somebody over there that was saying beta, and I was going, what? Anyway, are you going to play anything else? Or are you going to be fully devoted to Fallout 76 when it comes out? And that question's for everybody. Are you going to put everything else down? Or are you going to be playing multiple games? Me personally, I'm going to be fully devoted to 76 when it comes out.
Yeah. I'm not getting any other game this year. I'm literally waiting. I'm playing Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls 6?
How are you playing that?
Sorry, I've got to go now, guys. Sorry. I'm being sued right now, joking. No, I'm joking. No, I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online until 76 comes out. And I've just been enjoying that. Getting used to, well, not getting used to, I always play with the same people. So we've just been playing that, obviously, with the new expansion coming out soon. I know it's out for PC, but I've got to wait 3 more days until Wolf Hunter comes out. I've just been enjoying that, but then that's the only plans I have is to play 76. That's it. I know Red Dead and stuff's coming out, but I can wait for that. I don't have to necessarily pick it up straight away. because I am spending £300 on 76. So
Mano says he's in a predicament because his girlfriend just got him Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which comes out October the 5th. So he's going to have two. And James is excited for Spider-Man because it's just about to come out on PlayStation. That's right. Yeah.
It is right about. I'm going to be all over 76. I'm going to have to be all over. Yeah, I invest in all kinds of different games, and I'm going to be getting Red Dead. I still need to get Prey.
When does Red Dead come out?
November.
I don't think that comes out till.
So a few days before or a few days after. I know it's November.
I thought it didn't come out until November.
Yeah, in November. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking about the beta. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about 76 beta.
See, I was excited about Red Dead, and then they didn't show up at E3, and then I just kind of lost interest.
Now,
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it does look good. It looks amazing. Like how well it will do compared to GTA, because obviously that's gone on as the most expensive property in film and video games in entertainment. It's made the most money.
Oh yeah,
and it's still going.
And it got that what is it called? Meta or something awards or something. It was, I don't know, really popular. It was like one of the best games, voted one of the best games made or something.
Yeah.
So first Red Dead.
James says, who's looking forward to Anthem? Anthem looks pretty good. Before I knew it was a multiplayer game, I was really interested in it, and I still want to try it. It's the one that you kind of have it looks kind of like a power armor suit, that flies, that goes underwater. Mano says he's boycotting anything with an EA logo. Amen. I like that. They definitely are not making any friends lately at all.
They pissed everybody off.
Yes, they have. Over several things lately. I hate to get political or whatever it is. What do y'all think about all that's going on with the Battlefield stuff?
I don't even pay attention.
It's a bit crazy. I don't really understand why everyone's losing their mind.
Yeah.
But I get it, but at the same time, it's like from the start they said it's not historically accurate. It's their take on.
It's because
it is World War II or whatever it is.
Vic, do you know what we're talking about? It's because there's a woman in the World War I battlefield.
Yes, World War II, and they've got a woman on the front cover, and everyone's losing their mind and being a bit crazy and a bit stupid about it.
On all kinds of different video games. I mean, it's a freaking video game. What the hell do they want?
I get, because people were like, that's not historically accurate, but then they walked on stage when they presented the game and said, this is not historically accurate, this is our take on World War II.
I think have people looking for something to
grab about.
Complain about.
It's a bit crazy. And one of my favorite YouTubers,
KingFanMan. KingFanMan. KingFanMan.
I'm yours. Angry Joe, he made
that was actually what I was talking about, because he
covered it, so he got access straight away to the game, and he played it, and he wanted to put it out there, and people were
they attacked him. I mean,
when it first happened, he got a half an hour gameplay window that he himself played, and he presented it to the audience, and this game's good and stuff, and then all the backlash happened with there's women on the cover, and you're like, dude, come on, man, it's like 28.
Oh no, something with boobies on the cover. My goodness. Everybody freak out.
But I don't really understand. It's like, come on, man. It was the same thing with The Last of Us, which was stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, Ellie kissed a girl, but she kissed a girl in the DLC, so she's older. Of course she's.
Why? I mean, it's in almost every video game you play now. It's in The Division. It was in the Mass Effect. I mean, it's everywhere.
Well,
Women are everywhere doing whatever the hell they want. I don't know why people are freaking out.
you know, it's kind of
And they're
funny.
video games.
It's kind of funny. Far Cry got in trouble because they didn't have a message. Why does a video game need a message? We were talking earlier about needing an escape from the world. You know, I don't play a video game to get a message shoved down my throat. I don't want a message. You know, I get enough of that in the world. If I want a message, I'll turn on the news or I'll read a editorial. I play a game to escape the world. Does that make sense?
And that's the kind of world that we live in, a world that everything gets shoved down your throat and stuffed in your face.
Yes.
And everything. And I mean, the politics, the religion, everything. You go into a video game as relief, as respite from that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't want somebody's politics or religion or opinion shoved down my throat. Yep.
No. But I think that, what was that, Far Cry 5? Did you mean?
Yes, they got in trouble. Is that not what I said? Yeah, they got in trouble because they didn't have a message. You know, come on.
The messages within Far Cry 5 are like they're a take on today's society, but differently. They see they're it's not really a message, but they're like inspirations are like hidden throughout the game. So like they're not like so in your face, like as you said. So technically, yeah, they don't really have a message.
Right.
But
and then Doom got in trouble. Did y'all hear this? Doom got in trouble for making a joke about immigration. And it's a game about killing demons. You know, come on. Can we lighten up? It's kind of like Vic said, and I really believe this. Some people just really want to gripe. They really want to find things.
For stuff to,
yes.
I'm going to start adding French into this.
Yeah. So, some people, and I've noticed this, and you've noticed this too, and then we'll change the subject. Some people really go to the negative instantly. They instantly go to the negative. I've noticed that in my comments. You know, I've noticed it'll be some of the same people. They will instantly go to the negative instead of find something positive to say, you know.
Well, as Bing Crosby said, you got to accent the positive.
There you go. Absolutely. So enough of the political correctness of the day. Let's move on to good things. If y'all don't mind, we'll go about 15 more minutes. We won't do a 2-hour show today. We'll go an hour and 30 minutes if that's all right. We actually went 2 hours last day. Time just flies, doesn't it? We have already been going an hour and 20 minutes. Can y'all believe that?
Wow.
Flies.
Are you tired yet, Vic? I mean, we can end now if you want to.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm gonna let you direct the last 15 minutes. What would you like to talk about in the last 15 minutes?
Well, I did remember something we were talking about earlier today. That thing, the game that we couldn't remember the name of it, Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, okay.
One of us is so damn popular.
Yeah.
And we couldn't remember.
Couldn't remember it.
I could just remember the guy's name, Snake. And I was like, oh, that's what it is. It was like way after we had gotten off.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, dang it.
Huge game.
The longest brain fart.
Yep. I told you you put that camera in front of you, and I mean you just go.
Yeah, you go retarded. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you remembered it right when the camera went off, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah. Oh,
it was like 20 minutes later.
My lovely wife said I just got 2 packages from the P.O. box. So, yay, my subscribers are sending me stuff. So we're gonna have a. Y'all remember, if you would like to, here's another shameless asking and begging. If y'all would like to send something for an unboxing, in the description is the P.O. box for the KingFanMan always. So anything that y'all would like to send me, I don't mind begging for anything.
I'm sending some stuff. I'm sending a few things.
Nice.
And I appreciate that too. That's so nice. I have her on the. See, I figured this out. When I have people on podcasts, they give me stuff. That's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Dom, you hadn't given me anything yet. I had
no.
I had a guy on the podcast, and he gave me a Pip Boy. You remember that one? Did you see that one, Dom? He gave me a Pip Boy.
That was insane. that's really cool.
And gave me a dog meat, and I'm gonna have to have him back. That was good.
At some point, I am planning on. I want to do a giveaway at some point. It's just finding cool things. Yeah, maybe at some point, maybe the next milestone, whatever that is. But yeah, I do want to do that sort of thing. That'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely, yes.
And I want to set up my own PO box as well, so I can do those kind of things through that as well. So yeah.
And speaking of that, we were supposed to have the Doom giveaway for the signed Doom thing, and I hope y'all can forgive me. I'm not at home, obviously. We've had family circumstances, so y'all forgive me. We will have that Doom giveaway as soon as I get back to the King's Corner. So please forgive me. I have that waiting to give away to my wonderful subscribers.
We've got a question. James is asking, will Rage 2 release on Nintendo Switch?
I don't know. With all of the cars, that would be tough. You know,
I think it comes down to Avalanche. I'm not sure if they've worked with Nintendo yet, so I guess it would kind of maybe work through them because of the engine and stuff. Whereas all the others have been in-house with Bethesda, so they can easily get someone. Maybe it depends if they have like an update or the system gets an upgrade or something like that. But Bethesda are still planning on working with Nintendo in some way, so you never know.
Yeah, I think Bethesda will put anything they can on Switch. Yep.
Oh yeah.
But I'm the same way with Rage. It's according to Avalanche, and that would be hard with those cars and all. I don't know if Switch could handle all that.
No, I don't think so.
Yep.
I think they have to use like a certain engine, or it has to meet certain requirements to do it. Unless it's in-house at Nintendo, then something crazy like that. I don't think you can just port. Yeah.
Arnie, you asked me a question. Number one, yes, that was very shameless panhandling. Yes, it was. And number two, no, I'm at my mother's house. I'm taking care of my mother. She's going to be having surgery next week, so I'm staying with her until then. Well, and then after then as well until I go to Mexico. Hopefully I'll be able to go to Mexico. Hopefully she'll be recovered enough that I can go to Mexico, or somebody will be here with her that I can go. So
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Press go to you, man. Hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take care for your mom, honey.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, Vic, I asked this last time with KingFanMan, but are you going to any of the like E3s or events next year? Because I know we, like, you know, myself, KingFanMan, Joey Caps, Matty, and that we're all going to meet up and go next year to try and do as many events. Are you going to come? Are you going?
I'm not going to make any promises, but I am going to do everything I can in my power out there with y'all. Definitely at E3, absolutely. So
that would be awesome.
95% sure that I'll be there.
Yeah, I want to try and get everyone together, and you know, we all live in different parts. Well, I live in the UK. You guys are in the US and different parts of the US. So, like, it'd be really cool for us all to like meet and stuff. It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I know. Loans going.
Definitely extra incentive to go out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to try and do like all the big ones next year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if y'all come to Texas, I mean, I know San Antonio is it's not that close to Dallas. I think KingFanMan's actually closer to Dallas than I am. Texas is so freaking huge.
Yeah, I'm only.
Yeah, man. If y'all need a place to stay in Texas, you guys.
I'm only 4 hours from Dallas.
At my house.
We're only about 4 hours from Dallas, so we're not far.
Oh no way!
Oh, yeah. I'm like 5-ish.
In fact, if we drive, we're going to be going right through San Antonio when I go to Mexico. So
there you go.
Yep.
You can come by and say hi.
Well, I hope I'm flying because I am tired of driving. We've driven to Grand Rapids. We've driven to Dallas. I'm so tired of driving. We drove to Washington, D.C. I'm tired of driving.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it, and if-
Mano says he wants to come to America. You can have a couch. I was about to say you could have a bed. You can have a couch at our house anytime you want. So, yes.
Yeah. I really want to go as well. Been a plan of mine to go to the US and just travel. Be so cool.
Absolutely.
And it's the same with you guys if you come to the UK and stay here and stuff. So.
Oh, I would love to go over there and
The
visit.
thing is, we don't have any events like E3 and stuff.
Well,
which is annoying.
You know, I was wondering. Gamescom was in Germany. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there not anything that is in Britain at all?
That kind of
we have like the big Comic Cons in the major cities. You know, they have a big one in London. They have a big one in Manchester. I always seem to miss out on those.
You know, Todd did a big foreign tour. He went to Italy and Germany and like there's a lot of award shows and stuff over there. I didn't know if any of them were in Britain, but I guess not. Most of them are in like I said, Italy and Germany and those places.
Yeah. Unless it'll be in London. Otherwise, if that was the case, a friend of mine did go to the Germany one. She lives here in Bristol, where I live. And she took a ton of photos, and I was like, damn, I wish I could have been there. And the Gamescom one at the Bethesda booth, and she went in, took photos and stuff, and they're really cool. I was like, I wish I could have been there.
Absolutely.
I want to do the big ones next year in the US. I want to go to, I want to go to E3. I want to do PAX as well next year. And maybe just some of the other ones that are close by, like the Gamescom ones and stuff like that. That'd be really cool. Yeah.
Definitely next year. I'm definitely making it to QuakeCon. I was supposed to go this year. That didn't work out.
Very quickly, let me mention, and I don't know exactly when it is, but it's coming up very quick. Bethesda's about to have Bethesda Days in Seattle, and they're supposed to show more of Fallout 76. In fact, it has been rumored that in September, they're going to do a much deeper dive into Fallout 76. So we may get more gameplay. That's kind of the rumor. So hopefully before the beta, we will see more gameplay of Fallout 76. So,
cool.
Dom, do you know the date of this September Seattle Days? I've got it on Twitter, but I ain't got Twitter in front of me right now. Does anybody have their Twitter open that they can look when the Bethesda Days in Seattle is? It's coming up very soon.
No.
I mean, it's like
I have no idea.
It's like right now almost. Because Pete Hines was saying he's ready to go home, but I think they're leaving Germany and going right to it.
I have no idea, but there we go.
Bethesda. It's Bethesda. Bethesda's. I don't know how they say it. Bethesda. I don't know what I said. Snake Eyes. I made up a word. September the 1st. Is that right, Mississippi Queen? Well, that's cool. Maybe.
Yeah, it's the first, yeah.
Well, maybe that's the deeper dive they're talking about. I bet it is then. Okay.
Yeah. There was an article on it that Matty covered.
Yes.
A video on it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Some more information heading our way.
Yes. Okay. Bethesda
Yeah.
Days. That's what I meant to say, Snake Eyes. Bethesda Days. And Snake Eyes, you asked about the Doom giveaway. Again, I'm sorry, since I'm not home and here with my mother, we're not going to have the drawing for it today. Y'all forgive me. I have all the names that commented on that. And as soon as I get back to the King's Corner, we will do that giveaway for the autographed Doom picture. So y'all bear with me, and I know y'all do. Y'all are great. Vic, you have anything else you want to talk about? We are running down to the end of the podcast. It has been awesome having you on. Great talking to you, and I know we didn't talk much about your gaming past because that is what's going to be on our one-on-one podcast that everybody can catch very soon. It probably will not be on tomorrow. It'll probably be on a week from tomorrow.
That's cool.
So everybody pay attention to that. Yes.
Oh my God, sorry.
Hey, that's all right. They waited until the end of the podcast. That's awesome. Is there anything you want to talk about before we end, Vic?
I'm good. I'm so sorry. I'm good. I'm done. And so are my dogs, apparently.
Well, we had an awesome time talking in our podcast earlier. I had a great time getting to know you better. In fact, that was the second time we did it because the first time it didn't turn out right. So this is the third time. So third time's a charm, right? That's great. Well, I just want to thank you again for being on the KingsCast, and you are the first Patreon to be. So, hey, you're special. Yay.
Yay, thank you guys. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And anytime you want to do it again, just tell me.
Well, absolutely. We will have you on again very, very, very soon. And if you are a Patreon, you are welcome on the KingCast anytime. And if you're not a Patreon, here is another shameless plug for Patreonage. That's a new word I just made up. If you would like to be a Patreon and can, here's another benefit of being a Patreon. You can be on the KingCast with the KingFanMan. So consider it. The links are down in the description below, and I could sure use the help. So think about being a Patreon. Dom, is there anything that you would like to add before we end the podcast today?
No, I'm just excited for more stuff for 76. Yeah, I just want to thank you for having me on again, man. It's always fun to do these. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, as I told you today, the invitation is always open. You don't have to ask. You just call anytime. If the KingCast is on, you are welcome, and I appreciate you being on. In fact, since the very beginning, you've always been a part of the audience. So I appreciate you always being a part of the KingCast. That means a lot. It really does. And I thank you for that very, very much. I was going to say something profound and end the podcast in a way that would make everybody just cheer, but I forgot it. So all I can do is just say goodbye. So that's what I'm going to. No, I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for being here today. And, I was going to say something great. What was it? Don't you hate it when that happens? I was sitting there talking to Dom, and I mean, it just went right out of my head.
Just end by saying, war.
War never changed. Yeah. Podcast never changed. Man, it was something. Oh, well. Y'all be sure and it.
What's his name? Ron Perlman?
Ron Perlman, yes, he does it. He does it great. Oh, now I know what I was going to say because I was talking to Dom. Y'all do be sure and go check out Dom's channel, please. He is a great guy, and he does cover Bethesda and does a wonderful job. So y'all be sure.
Sings, guys.
Yes, he does sing. He sings wonderfully. And after this podcast is posted, I will put a link to his channel in the description as well. So y'all be sure and check him out. See, I knew I would remember what I was going to say. Last thing, y'all also, I put the newest details, the newest news that came out of Gamescom up today. So y'all check out that video as well. Thanks, Vic. Thanks, Dom, for being here. Thanks, everybody that stopped by the KingsCast today. I am the KingFanMan. Y'all, thanks for being here. Bye, y'all.